If you need a card for someone who loves princesses and all things magical, this is the perfect one. The structure of the castle is what makes it look really cool. I like how it's actually not perfectly symmetrical, which makes it look even more real, I think. The details really bring it to life, and I like the yellow background to kind of look like a magical sunset. Even though it looks impressive, it's actually really easy to put together. Once you let your cutting machine do the work of cutting out the shapes, then I can walk you through putting it together. So let's go ahead and do it. First, for the body of the card, we have these two pieces that make the box, and then these two insert pieces. So this is the front, this is the side, and then this is the back and the side. Then these two pieces go like this. Then we can use the shape layout diagram that comes in your download to see where all the little pieces go on here. So on the front and the side, we'll put these on, we'll put these on, and then we'll decorate these as shown. But we'll wait to affix this back yellow background piece here. So first for this, which is the front and the side, I have these pieces that go on it. So you're going to glue this here, and we're going to glue this right onto the front here, and then this little piece we're going to glue right here. Next, for this piece, we have the back here, which will get glued right onto the back. And then this, which I'm going to stamp on, and you can write your sentiment on there, and this will go right here. So before I glue this on, I think a nice touch would be to do some inking around the edges. So I'll pick a color that is more or less in the paper. And that just adds a nice little touch. It's not necessary, but I think it adds a nice effect. I feel like it was kind of hard to see, so I'm going to do a darker color around the edge so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. So if you want to see more details about these ink pads, these are Color Petal ink pads from Amazon, and they're linked in the description. So I will go ahead and stamp right on this. And go ahead and glue this on. As well as this right here. Then I'm going to use a piece of foam to affix this. So it's got some nice dimension. And for some cards, I like to use the Action Wobble, which is similar to this, but there's a little spring in it. That could be cute too. So again, this is just like it's shown here in the shape layout diagram. So I just put that together after I put that together. So now let's do insert one. So these are the shapes that are going to go on insert one. And I think doing some embossing on these 3 parts will look nice to kind of make it look like stone. And it doesn't have to be a stone embossing texture. I'm going to do some little hearts actually. So I'll go ahead and move these out of the way. And I have my embossing machine here, which is kind of hard to show on camera. I'm using a Sizzix Big Shot. There are a lot of different embossing machines and embossing folders. Here's the folder, so it's plastic and it has this texture in it. So I'm going to put my little pieces here. So this is just a nice little touch. It's going to add a little texture and make it look kind of like stone towers. So I'll put them in there and insert the folder between the plates. Someone suggested on one of my recent videos that spritzing the pieces with some something doesn't seem right here. Hang on. Okay, I was missing a plate. So I'm cranking it through. There's a crank on the side. And looks like it went a little sideways, but it's fine. So then you can see there's some cute little texture on there. It's a nice little touch. So then to enhance that texture even more, I will go over it a little bit with an ink pad on the edges. Just like that. So I'll do that for all 3 of them. And then while I've got my ink pad out, I think I will also do that for these two towers. Makes them look a little more dimensional and distressed. And then I can go ahead and put these pieces on here, just like it shows again here in the shape diagram, which comes in your download. So that'll be this one here, this one here. And then the largest one will go there. And these two are almost the same. So we can go ahead and glue those into place. So it looks just like this. Next we can do insert 2, which is shown here. It's got a little stone thing down here with some tower stuff on it. I did go ahead and rub some ink on the edges of these tower parts. Just on the sides. Looks cute, although it's kind of covered up by the glitter panels mostly. And then these two are pretty similar. I think we'll see. I will go ahead and run this through my embossing folder too. It looks really cute. I will add some ink to that. Just like that. This one is like slightly skinnier. That one's gonna go there. Probably doesn't even really matter, but that's where those will go. And then this goes right about here where the bottom is flush with these two edges. Just like that. So I can move these two aside and grab these guys. I'm going to put some glue on this side tab here. And glue that right on. And then I'm going to flip it over and glue this on. Just right there. Then I can glue this on. Just right there. There's like the world's tiniest border around the bottom and the sides of this piece. I think I will just ink the edge a little bit and then glue that on. So instead of just gluing it right on, I think a nice touch would be a couple foam pieces to add a little dimension. Just like that. So now I can close up the box shape. And now it's time for the two inserts to go in. So this will go in the front. And we just want the front of the tab here to be flush with the front of the box on both sides. And then before it's completely dry, we'll just fold it both ways gently. Make sure it's gonna go flat. And then the next one goes in the same way. And again, the front of each tab will be flush with the piece in front of it. So everything is a nice right angle in there, so it folds up nicely. So there we go. Super cute. Here's the envelope. We'll just rotate it this way and flip it over. These are the sides. This is the bottom. We can just glue the bottom to the sides. Just like this. And then your card could probably go either way. I feel like the flags are more protected this way, but either way is fine. That didn't quite dry. And just carefully slide your card in. When you're ready to close it up, you can put some glue here and close it up. And that's it. Now you've got a fairy tale castle card, the Ever After castle box card that's ready to impress. If you want to share a picture of yours, I would love to see. So share a picture in my Facebook group or on social media and tag me. Thank you so much for watching and crafting along with me. Happy crafting.